It's 2006, a normal day when a fisherman from Palawan Island, Philippines is out on his boat. He tries to anchor the boat but is unable to as the anchor is stuck on something which appeared to be a rock. When he swims down, he discovers that the anchor was stuck on a clam that contained a pearl. A pearl so big in size that it weighed 34 kgs and was approximately more than 2 feet long. Not realizing the true value of the pearl, the fisherman kept the same under his bed for almost 10 years as a good luck charm. This is the pearl, and it's now on display at the City Hall of Puerto Princesa, Philippines. Its value is estimated to be more than $100 million and is the largest known pearl in the world. Curious for more? We will share more about the land you are planning to visit, but if you would like to straight away know the visa application process, follow the below timestamps. This is our series of How to Visas with Atlas, where we share with you the complete visa application process of different countries. This is the Philippines, a Southeast Asian island which is approximately 10-15 flight hours away from India. Of its 5,000 islands, only 2,000 are currently habitable, and in them is spread its 110 million population. The majority of them are Catholic, with Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, etc. practiced by a very small proportion. And it's one of the reasons why Filipinos celebrate the longest Christmas, which kicks off in September and continues until first week of January. Filipino and English are their official languages, though you will definitely find Spanish and American influence in people's name, an outcome of their colonial past. But these folks love giving each other nicknames. So when you are in Philippine streets, expect hearing names like Abba, Gogo, Bong Bong and more. And other than nicknames, the Filipinos are obsessed with basketball, boxing and karaoke. The Philippines Basketball Association is second oldest in the world, and it was a Filipino named Roberto del Rosario who's credited to inventing and patenting the first karaoke machine. So when you're done partying your heart out in the Philippines, there's more. There are enough scenic and wildlife adventures for you to rejuvenate. And a perfect example for this is to sail underground in the Puerto Princesa River, which was provisionally chosen as one of the new 7 wonders of nature. Or exploring the beautiful rainforest, 9 in total with the most diverse wildlife, and maybe you could discover a new wildlife species which is not uncommon. And in all your adventures, if you face any trouble, the friendly Filipino faces and their bayanihan spirit, which means helping others without expecting anything in return, will be always with you. Now on to making the trip happen for you. The road to Philippines tourist visa is not direct unless you have an active US, UK, Japan, Singapore, Canada, Australia or Schengen visa. In that case, you can enter and stay in the Philippines visa-free for 14 days. If this is not you, you will need help, and there are 3 stops you would need to make. First, figuring out and finding an authorized visa agent. This agent is important since they have the authority to provide you with a valid application form, will guide you about the documents and will submit the application on your behalf to the embassy. You can seek a travel agent in your locality, seek a reference from a friend, or just Google this link. We would love to deliver you your visa on time. Second, completing application form. The front page of the form would look something like this. It's a 2-page form and would require you to share your and your family's personal details, residence, passport number, employment, purpose and duration of stay, type of visa you would like, flight and stay details, and lastly about your medical history. But completing this form is only half work done. You would also need to attach documents to support that the shared information is legit. These would be proof of employment, if you are an employee, and NOC from your employer, and if you're a business owner, filed ITR and copy of PAN card would be needed. Proof of funds, scanned 6 months bank statement and credit card statement. Flight details, a copy of your return flight ticket, and 2 passport size pictures in white background. If this is a lot to take in, don't worry, here you can take a screenshot of everything we shared. Last stop, submitting everything to the agent who would be applying on your behalf. Now, I know the heading makes the step pretty clear, but there are a couple of additional pieces of information you need to know. When you submit the visa form and attach the supporting documents, you would also need to attach a DD of Rs 3,250. This is the fee you are paying to the Philippines Embassy to process your application. Secondly, the agent would also take your passport. The Philippine Embassy offers a sticker visa, making this mandatory. If you're using us to do your visa, we offer passport pickup and drop-off service. You don't need to step out at all. Lastly, the embassy could take between 2 to 3 weeks to process your application, so plan your trip accordingly. And that's all. These are all the stops you need to make to receive your Philippines visa. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comment section below. Our team does this day in and day out for thousands of travelers like you. We will be back soon with another episode of How to Visa with Atlas. Till then, you can share with us through comments if you would like us to cover a specific country and explore the ones already there. See you soon.